but I loved being at home. I would lie near my mother and eat candy, watching her shows with her and pretending that I was an adult. She had her beer, I had my sugar, and together we walked the long, sorrowful road of addiction. By the time I was in my 40s, I was consumed by food addiction. I would get up in the morning and drink a whole pot of coffee just to be able to get through my day, to make up for the fact that I had slept only a couple of hours before. I would then get ready and go to work helping other people find recovery. Meeting with the counselors in our office, I would go over treatment plans for our clients, guiding people towards sober and healthy lives. Then I would find a way to slip out of work, making excuses for other places I needed to be. I would get in my car thinking, "Don't do this. Don't do this. Go home or go back to work. Please." But the pull was too strong. I would drive to different grocery stores and 7-Elevens, buying laxatives and bags of food, frenzied by my hunt. I would move around, going to different locations in neighboring towns so nobody noticed what I was doing. I would sit in my car, inhaling cheeseburgers, swallowing laxatives, eating French fries, candy bars, powdered sugar donuts, and then everything would calm for a moment. I would forget about what was going on at home or at the office, and I would feel nothing but an empty bliss. Food allowed me to detach absolutely from the process of living. Stepping out of my body, out of whatever circumstances I was facing at the time, I could turn myself over to the blur of a sugar-induced high. From childhood, I had wanted that sweet contentment of a babe in arms, to be swaddled in a warm towel, held by my mother, and to experience the unconditional love that was absent from my own story. When I ate, I finally had it. And then, just like that, it would be gone. As though emerging from a blackout, sitting in the front seat of my car, I'd feel nothing but shame at the sea of candy and fast food wrappers. Quickly pulling down the visor mirror to wipe off the mess I would create around my mouth, ketchup, chocolate, powdered sugar, I would look at myself with utter hatred and disgust, knowing that once again I had given in to addiction. Filled with food, I couldn't wait to get it out. Though I had been suffering from intense hemorrhoids and fissures for years, I mindlessly consumed an endless stream of laxatives, taking up to 120 a day, developing a callus on my thumb from opening the foil packets. As desperate for the release as I had been for the food. I would rush home before my daughter or husband arrived, and though the process was painful, I would force all the food out of me, telling myself that I was weak and fat, that I deserved to suffer. I would be relieved of the food's burden, and with that release, a new high would come. My stomach would feel flat and my body light, and I would pretend that nothing had happened. I had been lying to myself for so long, I thought that I controlled truth. If I didn't believe something had occurred, then it didn't. I erroneously believed that I was in charge, at work, at home, and over the food that had long lorded it over me. Food addiction is another way in which we try to exert control over the world. Whether through overeating, purging, or restriction, i.e., starvation, we know what will happen when we eat or starve, and we know how it will affect those around us. We might not be able to see that manipulation at first, but as we look back on our history, we can identify where food has been the dictator of our lives and behaviors, determining how we acted in relationships and the choices we made at work and at home. When we are late to pick up our kids at school because we needed just one more snack, when we refuse to make love to our spouse because we don't like how we look, or when we are incapable of playing ball at a picnic with friends or family because we get too out of breath, food has made that decision for us.